following opinions are solely those of BoatTEST.com and its test captain.
Hi, Captain Steve for BoatTEST.com, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Scarab 255 Impulse HO Wake Edition. Now, being a Wake Edition, this includes edgy hull-side graphics and colors, the matching interior color, 1,150 pounds of removable ballast, and of course, the tower. But the real differentiator on this boat is that in addition to her twin 250 horsepower Rotax engines, she has a new feature from Rotax, the IST, or Intelligent Shift and Throttle. This is a fly-by-wire system that removes all control cables and replaces them with an electronic actuator that controls the throttle and reverse bucket. It also communicates with the engine's ECM for smoother operation. Let's start by getting on the water and see how it performs. In no wake zones, our test boat felt smooth and was easy to drive. She tracked straight and held her course. Thanks to the IST system, we didn't experience the slow speed wandering that we found with other jets. Her freeboard measures 2 feet 11 inches at the bow and stern. At high speeds, the Scarab 255 HO was every bit the high-performance jet boat, and she ran well through wind-whipped bay chop. Her V-bottom with 20 degrees of dead rise at the transom carved through the waves, and when we crisscrossed the wakes of our photo boat, she stayed right on track. In turns, our test boat can be driven like a conventional runabout. She'll carve wide arcs and zigzag through slalom passes. Of course, for drivers who like to get more aggressive, a crank of the wheel at high speed can get the back end to come around in a controlled slide. As for her performance, we reached a top speed of 53.2 miles per hour. Best economy seemed to come in at 21 miles per hour, where the fuel burn dropped to 8.4 gallons per hour, giving us a range of 126 miles, all while holding back a 10% reserve of fuel. At the dock, we set out to test both the IST and lateral thrust control that allows thrust to exit from the sides of the reverse bucket. With IST, you can now adjust that fine point of neutral at the helm by accessing the settings screen for that perfect stationary hold, something that used to take careful manipulation of the throttle before. With lateral thrust, she'll come around at her own length, and we find that this is now among the easiest boats to maneuver into the dock, jet or no jet. Now, let's take a look at some of her key features. The platform is treated in rubberized non-skid, a reboarding ladder is mounted underneath, and 2 grab handles aid in reboarding. Just ahead are 2 hatches over wet storage, a shower is to starboard, a stereo remote is mounted to the transom, and we see the first of 3 pedestal table mounts. The seats create a comfortable spot to relax at any time the 255 is not underway, and the seat backs flip to accommodate seating either at the stern or in the cockpit. In the cockpit, the seating starts with a filler cushion, creating a bench seat across the stern, opposite 2 aft-facing seats. There are fold-out seats to both sides that allow for full wraparound seating. A pedestal mount can accommodate the table. The collapsible tower has a padded insert with upholstery that matches the interior. Both console seats swivel and slide, and the helm includes a flip-up bolster. Upholstery on both is first-rate. The port console is dedicated to roomy storage, but some will opt for either the porta-potty or the pump-out head. The sink is optional and is fed from a water tank that also serves the transom shower. At the helm, of course, the most obvious feature is the medallion touchscreen that really adds to the 255's level of class. This is where we adjust the neutral position of the bucket, control the map display, and the stereo, just to name a few. And here's an interesting feature. To the side is a cell phone shelf, and notice it's angled downward to prevent the phone from dumping out every time the throttle is advanced. And the ballast fill switches are here that can pump water into the sacks inside of 7 minutes. Wide armrests are present both here and at the port console. To the side is access to the storage with a 25-quart cooler on a slide-out tray. Along with the usual bow seating, there are 2 carry-on coolers nestled into the in-deck storage compartments. Under the seats, all the compartments are finished off. Cushions are hinged, and a built-in cooler is forward. And here's the 3rd pedestal table mount. Filler cushions turn the bow into a sun pad. The anchor locker shares space with the beach reboarding ladder, and 6-inch cleats are to both sides.
Well, great performance and handling, excellent fit and finish, and a comfortable boat to be on. That's my full features inspection and sea trial of the 255 Wake Edition from Scarab. For BoatTEST.com, I'm Captain Steve. We'll see you on the water.